Hey friends, Acquisitive Marco here, and we are back with Chapter 12 of Rising Angels Reborn. Soul seems to want to boink Faye. Kika is being fucking Kika. Kylie is owned by Stan, I guess? There's something there. I don't know. But this seems to be a pretty sad moment coming on, because there's no music. I should go find Zuri and apologize for yelling at her and running away. She wanted to be there for me. But I'm going back to my lab. I don't have the courage to admit I was an idiot and ask for forgiveness. How I managed it with Soul is a mystery. Zuri's right. I'm no warrior. I'm not worthy of being an admiral somebody. I'm starting to see why they stuck me in the backwater planet in the first place. But I want to change. I'm going to change. If I really believe in everything I've said, I have to be brave. After nearly an hour of searching, I find her standing in front of my lab with a dejected look on her face. Zuri! Matt, where have you been? I've been worried that your criminal tried to kill you. I've been trying to find you. I wanted to say something. I'm a lizard brain who doesn't understand when enough's enough. I'm the lizard brain who needs to stop abusing her friends. I'm sorry. Apology not accepted. What? Nope, I'm not letting you off the hook that easily. You can't crush my feelings and expect me to just forgive you. You're gonna have to kiss me, you fool. But there is a way to make it up to me. If you agree to one thing, I may just be willing to let everything slide. Participate in your daily workouts? That's an amazing guess. We'd have to participate, we have to practice a lot first. Shape you into a real warrior. If you just want to hang out, Zuri, just say so. I like being with you. I don't feel quite as cowardly. I see your strength of purpose, and I know I have to be better. Akuro would have been proud of the Draymond you've become. That's sweet. I'm not nearly strong enough yet, but someday. You're stronger than you know. Even if you won't ever play me a song. I miss it. I miss playing those soft melodies and seeing everyone's mood lift after a tough day. But I don't get that luxury now. I have to be strong and be a protector. I don't get that luxury anymore. Just like I don't get the luxury of questioning myself when I still have got a job to do. The timer on the translator program still has almost a day on it. Why don't you show me a few moves? That's more like it. Let's go do it on the bridge and get everyone involved. That sounds dangerous. Natalie. Hey Sol, Zuri was going to teach me some of her special fighting stances. Why don't you come with us? I don't think he has the footwork to pull them off. I can move around better than you and your massive wings, but we have a crisis to deal with first. There's always another crisis. Kika found our missing ship. I am past Soul and sprinting down the hall before any other words come out of his mouth. I can still salvage this. I can still become an admiral. Talk to me.
Guess who found it? It's clearly what is in mystery.
Shut up, Lieutenant. What did we find?
I'm the one who found this wreckage, not we.
I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I could have sworn that you said wreckage.
I know human hearing is poor, but I said it perfectly clear. Look!
Despite my willing for her words to be false, the drifting remains of twisted metal and debris still tell the truth of the situation. This cold, dead wreckage is nothing more than a floating junkyard. My heart falls silent, my brain unable to process the chaos in front of me. Only one word can pierce the frozen synapses. Failure. I failed. I got here second. I should have known destruction of the ship would be the Empire's goal. I should have tried harder to find it before them. Those days where I just sat around and stared at the wall, I could have used them better. How? I do know now. Or, how? I do not know, but I should have. There's no positive way to spin this report. Sorry, Command, I dallied and the Rotlands got there first. They may have a weapon that the research teams thought could end the universe. My bad. I'll be lucky if they settle for just demoting me to flight officer. I could see prison time for negligence depending on presiding official. There has to be something I can do. I have to be able to salvage this situation somehow. Are there any sort of distress beacons? Try all of the standard emergency frequencies, military and civilian. Radios are dead. Try again. Sure, Natalie.
There's not going to be any. It was a self-destruct.
That does seem to be the most likely cause of the devastation before us. 'Tis a great shame.
This is when I had to break it to the lab to hear the recording. Did you not hear the man? Are all humans deaf? He said he was going to do this. I swear.
Oh, excuse me. Were you asleep during the battle? What? Whatever. Were you asleep during the battle aboard the Shun? Xeon? Fuck me. That's plasma burns along the ship. Somebody fired upon the ship. Soul gives me a faint smile, trying to make me feel better. It does nothing to soothe the pain in my heart. If I had trusted my friend more, maybe we could have found a way to get here first. You seek to blame others when you cannot accept the truth. My dear Kylie, what are your thoughts on the matter? As a pretty smart engineer, does this not say self-destruct?
The researcher could have overloaded the engines. They might have caused markings like that.
Bullshit! It was the damn Raltons! You seek to blame boogeymen. Do you have proof? Fuck you. Then we must conclude that the facts are correct. This was a self-destruct by potentially delusional researcher torn at the loss of his people. Could you not understand his painful decision? He's really trying to steer this away from the Raltons. Commander Rasuna, will you fucking say something? Put in your 2 goddamn cents. I need to be strong. Now is the time to play my hand before the truth is lost forever. Okay. Serious mode. At the desert camp, Zuri was also attacked when she rescued Lieutenant Star and Captain Moonfollow. I gathered a sample of the toxin and checked it against my database. It was a known Ralton nerve agent. Oh shit, I thought he was like gonna attack. That was a quick movement. It scared me. That would be a convincing, convenient counter to me. Do you happen to have the proof? Of course I do. Computer, tell us the results of the chemical scan performed in the past week by me.
Processing. No entries found.
You sack of shit. Run all scans of any type by me.
Processing. No entries found.
Okay, now that has to scream bullshit. I mean, there has to be some entries by Natalie. She's on this ship for fucking ever. There can't just be none. It's obvious someone wiped it. But I was there.
Because you aren't totally biased towards your crush.
This can't be happening. I know it was done. I know it. Am I losing my mind? What did you do to it, you bastard? Mind your rank. Isn't that what you always are screaming at poor Kylie? Oh, fuck you, Rasuna. Now you jump in. The Colonel's correct, Major. Just because you do not like the facts presented to you does not mean you, does not give you a reason to be unprofessional. But he tampered with Natalie's data. But how could he have, Soul?
In case you've forgotten your desire to be Natalie's white knight, nobody, and I mean nobody, has access privileges to the central computer.
I'm sorry, Natalie. Thanks for trying, Soul. Now's not the time to be smiling, Nat. It would seem like this case is closed. Unless you have any objections, Major Pusel, we should make for our cottage in space and report what has transpired here. Can it end so easily? What the fuck do you think I'm going to say? No, let's head home. There has to be something we can do. Fuck you. I can't just give up now. The universe is in danger and everyone is counting on me. I can't let the sacrifices made to get me here be wasted. My mind drifts to Faye, alone in her room, clutching her gut from the burning pangs of agony. I think of Kika, hiding the pain of her lost family. Do the needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many? Is it my place to make that call? Either way, I must. We haven't even done a survey of the wreckage. Of course I'm going to object to this.
Can't you just accept reality without fighting so much?
That's not my job.
So what? Your job is wasting our time and limited resources.
We're running low on food, Commander. We should just go home. My voice keeps switching. They are quite right. Wreckage surveys can take days to do a proper search. It would be folly to waste our resources. You just don't want her to find the truth of what happened. Temper. Soul's right. We have scanners and stuff, searching for waves and particles and things.
Do you even hear yourself talk?
If I may, the Lieutenant has a point. Doing scans won't take more than a few hours, nor will an initial run with the recovery drone. Do you want to give up on the truth so easily, Kika? This is the first time I've seen you wimp out on proving yourself correct, house cat. Major. It's a term of affection. It really is. It really is for Soul.
Fine! We'll do your scans, approve you're wrong, and then we can go home. Deal?
Is this acceptable to... This is acceptable to me, Major Pusel. Alright, let's do it. If there is even the slightest chance of being able to get a positive end to this, I need to give it my all. I just have to put my faith in my crew, even if some of them are turning against me. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Every second of waiting makes the anxiety increase by 1,000-fold. My two best friends and their idle chat aren't making it any better. What are we, wow, okay.
What are we gonna do when we get back to Duster Station?
I'm going to take you to the nicest restaurant they have, my adorable little engineer. I see, so he was targeting Zuri first because she is kind of a ditz. But I guess, even though I feel like the Hobbit, I forget her name, Kylie, she's less of a ditz, but a lot more trustworthy. Is he an incubus? Seducing women, but like, to get what he wants. Less sex, I guess? I don't know.
Yay!
I need to get away from them. I need to do something. I can't just sit idly by. Okay, I can either talk to Soul or Alphonse, talk to Kika, talk to Commander Rasuna, or talk to Zuri. Who the fuck should I talk to? Let's just talk to Zuri. Hey, Zuri? Her emerald eyes are closed and her body is lax. How she managed to fall asleep at a time like this boggles my mind. It'd upset her if she knew this, but watching her sleep reminds me of the little Draymond from the picture. Kind, sweet, innocent. Her youthful adorableness hasn't faded a bit. Though I like to see her with her hair grown out. Zuri has a very soft and unique charm to her. Zuri. No, hey, Nat. Oh, sorry to wake you. Is there something on my face? No, I was just... You seem to have escaped your youth without being marred by scars. Physical ones, anyway. Ariel and Akuro were really good at keeping me out of trouble. Still, there are a few nasty ones under my uniform. I would love to inspect those. Even if you do all the right things, Nat, you can't prevent all of the injuries. Sometimes bad things happen and we can't control. You just have to accept that. Kind of like with Akuro dying by fucking flesh-eating spiders? Does that not ring a fucking bell? Like blaming yourself for Akuro's love of you and desire to protect you? That's what I just said. Low blow. Yeah, like that. She just fucking takes it. God damn it. I can see why she'd want to protect you with everything she had. That's why I don't want to give up here. If we walk away, you and everyone I love could get hurt more than simple scratches. And that's why I'm not going to run away either. We'll find something, Natalie. I know we will. Natalie, Commander Rasuna. I think Sol found something. What is it? Some sort of crystal, too perfect to be natural. On the screen is a small turquoise crystal in the shape of a diamond, barely larger than my thumb. Sol's right, it's a perfect, smooth, and coloring unblemished. At both ends are ornamental caps, like the casing for a necklace.
Oh look, you found the druid! Congratulations, are we scavengers now?
I'm getting a strange reading from it.
From Duri? What kind of signal?
It's very faint, but it clearly is trying to transmit something. Perhaps the drone sensors are malfunctioning?
Oh no! I check the sensors as part of my weekly check. They check good every week.
Could your scanner machine be broken?
Maybe.
Then we have all the more reason to bring it in. If we cannot verify anything, we need to do an onboard check. I do not think it is our place to raid graves for trinkets. I need to verify that this is just a trinket. Sol, record that signal and bring the crystal in. Commander, this is a horrible idea. I don't see any particular reason not to let the Major have her way. Is there any sort of radiation emitting from it? Nothing out of acceptable limits. Bring it in. Down to the engineering bay.
I'm coming with it. Me too!
Major Hackett, you have the controls. I suspect all of us will want a closer look at this odd gem. There it is!
Let me take it. You'll end up smashing this one as well.
Bitch. If it survived the destruction of the ship without so much as a scratch, I doubt anyone here is going to do anything to it.
It was probably in the case. Better safe than sorry before she somehow finds a way.
We shouldn't be touching it with our hands. Kylie, go get the... Is he, like, allergic to it?
Got it!
Oh, fuck. The old Doc Stan nearly jumps out of his skin as Kika plucks the crystal out of the drone by the tip of the metal casing. Lieutenant!
What? It's just literally...
Do you know something that we don't? Information I could be privy to hearing? It's just jewelry, right? Could you be the one who stole my research data? From the frightened, angry look on his face, I'm confident he knows more than he's letting on. I know the basics of safety. You don't take weird things found from destroyed ships bearing super weapons and lay them and play around with them.
The only one weird about this is why some old crusty researcher had such a good pre-neck this piece. It takes all kind of to make it a galaxy, I suppose. Here, Major, catch.
With complete disregard for protocol, Kika tosses me the gem. Its weight couldn't be more than a few grams. It's pleasant to look at the way it sparkles in the light of the engineering bay. I could see why it may be nothing more than a gem in some piece of gaudy necklace. Still, it is strange. There should be some sign of damage to it. My gut tells me this isn't an ordinary gem. But if I'm right about the ship being pursued and destroyed by Raltons, why would they leave this behind? They've been cleaning their trails very well. Leaving the weapon behind would be silly.
It's so pretty! Could I have it? It would look perfect on my dress uniform.
Not until I've had my time at investigating it. For being blasted by a destroyed spaceship, it's remarkably smooth. Do not touch it! You may destroy the evidence you seek. True. I rub my finger along the side of the blue crystal, expecting it to be as cold as ice. Instead, I feel a slight tickle on the warmth of the sun radiating through. You fool! Colonel? A small light shines inside the crystal. It seems to be showing a slight chemical reaction to my... What happened to the lights? Flight Officer Meiji, did you do something? We are doomed. What the fuck's going on? Flight Officer Meiji, what happened? I want answers. Ma'am, bridge. Our primary and secondary engine generators just went offline. Did something bump the emergency shutoff? What happened, Colonel? Why are you asking me? What happened, Colonel? I assure you that I know not what caused the engines to shut off. I am a doctor, not an engineer. I don't believe you.
Commander, the crystals, they...
What about the Bellino crystals?
They're supposed to be all white and shiny, but the ones in the primary engines are all gone clear and dull. They're all cracked as well. Whatever. Putting in a distress message will have someone bring us the new ones. I can't imagine it'll be the first time Bellino crystals went out. But they went out in the primary and secondaries at the same time! So? In tech school, we were told that it had never happened before. Nothing should cause crystal damage. Well, now the universe record has been set with Star Kika.
You stupid, ignorant, asinine girl. Do you not understand what has just happened?
We can't make the shift jump until somebody brings us a new one. We're stuck here for a week. It sucks. But that's the risk you take when you travel in space.
The Bellino crystals do more than just make the shift jump. They are the focal points for power generation, as well as the critical parts for our long-distance radio gear.
Without them, the engines can't generate power. We have backup generators. They use the crystals as well. If every single one of them went out...
Kylie, please finish that statement. Major Hackett, attempt to bring all generators back online. I've been trying. They are refusing to accept restart commands. Battery power is at 98%.
We out of stuff that don't require crystals, right? We really don't absolutely need them, right?
Yeah, Kika. Shit's going down. Yeah, we're fucked.
Where is she going?
Major Hackett, do you have the signal recording from the crystal? Is now the time? Cross-check it against those of normal Bellino crystal. Checking. Computer says it is identical, but it is opposite phase, 180-degree phase shift. My brilliant but ignorant SITO. What happens when two signals that superposition of two opposite direction wave pulses? It causes destructive interface. But they are just stones, ordinary rocks that we use as focal points.
You're wrong. They're living stones that have souls. rocks don't have the souls.
Souls reside in more than just mortal shells. Kylie, are you suggesting that this opposing wave generated by the recovering crystal created a wave that killed ours?
Uh-huh. Damn you, mysticism! I want the truth and goddamn brain English!
God damn it. She's saying the only things capable of generating power to keep things like life support and thrust are now permanently offline. But we kind of need those things.
The batteries we use for dry dock situations will keep the ship powered for another 24 hours.
But we kind of need power after that. What then?
I'll tell you what happens, we die. We die because someone just couldn't accept leaving well enough alone and going home. Now we get to stay here forever.
Just like the researcher said, we have the key to the entire universe.
And we just locked ourselves out of it. Great job, Natalie. Go get us all.
For a second I thought that was Endgame. I was like, oh fuck. Oh god, okay. I don't know how long I stood there, eyes glazed, mind numbed by Kika's horrible revelation. By the time I can get the thoughts running again, the room is empty. No, Zuri's with me still. I killed us.
Does that make me a zombie?
Now is not the time for lame jokes. Did you hear them?
Uh-huh. Gonna die in a day. I heard them loud and clear.
It is all my fault. If I would have known that the thing was from the start, if I would have thought things out better, we'd have futures as something other than corpses. This is all the fucking Colonel Nelson's fault. He knew what it was. He knew the sack of shit. I don't want to boink him anymore. I'm pissed. But you are gonna fix it. You say that with so much confidence. Because I know you scholar types. When the going gets tough, you get clever. I bet you have a solution brewing already. Does dying count as a solution? I'm not much of a fan of that one. Let's try your second plan. You do have a second plan, right? You are the Special Investigations and Tactics Officer. You should have a secret plan to get us out of this. Zuri's pleading eyes betray the fear I know she shares with me. As strong as any soul is, acceptance of death is something that doesn't come easy. But being an officer means that sometimes you have to put your own fears aside and keep everyone else's in check. I have to be strong for Zuri. Not yet, but I'll think up something. We don't know anything about that crystal, and the first step in our plan is to save ourselves is to rectify that situation. Actually, I think I have an idea. The picture, Zuri. What if it contained instructions on operations of the crystal? Can't speak. Or she's just lighting up. If worst comes to worst, we can try testing on the crystal. What's the worst that can happen at this point? We could start a chain reaction that ends all space travel as we know? God damn it. I'm being silly. Don't look at me like that. The problem is we don't know if we haven't already done that. But all you did was touch it. There's no way any civilization, even if they were really old, would be stupid enough to have something so unsafe. We can only hope, Zuri. Let's go back to the lab and see if we can work our way out of this pit I've dug. But what can I do? It's all above dumb Zuri's head. You can support me. I'll feel much better if I know I have you watching over me, preventing me from possibly killing all of us. Even though I suspect it may have been too late for that. What is it? What was it all for if I still can't protect anyone when we are all in danger? But I want you there with me, Zuri. I don't want to risk anyone deciding they want some revenge on me because I can't have a chance to make things right. Before I have a chance to make things right. Thanks for thinking of me, but I'll just smash up your lab and make things worse. I'm going to bed. Wait, Zuri! Slowly, the clinking of footsteps fades away, leaving me alone in the engineering bay. Alone. Forsaken. The same way I entered the ship, and possibly the same way I'm going to leave it. Zuri might not have been able to help me with the translation or potential experimentation, but just having her around gave me confidence, a meaning to keep fighting. For the first time I feel weak, not sick or tired, but lacking the strength to keep up the fight. Knowing you just killed 8 other people, it drives a stake through the heart. But I can't give up now. Even if I must do it alone, then I have to at least keep trying. Not for promotion, but for what I owe the people of this ship. I look at the blue crystal in my hand, ensuring not to touch its surface. Such a beautiful gem that brings such unbridled destruction. I see why the researcher wanted you left out in the depths of space. I bring up the datapad with the detached sense of nostalgia. If Zuri was here, I'd have to chide her for not securing her datapad with the password. As the program kicks on, I glance at the old picture of the little Draymans. I guess that will soon be us, nothing more than memories in someone's datapad. Regrets fill my head. I never got to see the Emerald City. I never got to see a real space battle. I never got to go exploring the caves of Ryashika with Mom. She'll go on thinking that I'm still somewhere out there, forgetting to call again. When they find us, she'll know that her daughter didn't live up to her potential. And it won't just be my parents. I remember meeting Soul's family when we visited directorship road together. I was the daughter he never had, the old man said. Even if I get us home, I can't imagine the report ending in my favor. They'll look at me with such shame. But that's my burden to bear. The translation program is finished and it's time to face my fate. The red, no entries found, crushes what little remains of my heart. The limited database I have to work with couldn't determine what the runes on the rock were. So much for that.
Idiotly, are you in?
That's major idiotly.
You are a major idiot, but you can still help me.
I think I've done enough helping for the day.
Not quite. I need your permission to take over priority with the central computer to see if I can figure out a way to redesign our engines.
You are going to redesign our engines without the use of Bellino crystals in less than 24 hours?
And? Do you have a better idea?
You aren't accepting death lightly, are you?
Whatever. Can I have access or not?
Sure. Let me just turn off the database link to this datapad has.
What was that?
The picture?
No, the tumbleweed bouncing around inside your head. Yes, the picture. More secrets?
Here, have the look you so desperately desire. Doesn't matter at this point.
Cesare.
Bless you.
It wasn't a sneeze, idiotly. It's Cesare.
You know what it is?
Of course that I do. I am part of the upper class.
I came from the lower. Details, Kika, details.
Cesare was an ancient language from millennia ago. There's little remaining record of the galactic civilization except that they were highly advanced. One day their civilization simply vanished. What little we have left were found from records what's named the Cesare Royal Library. Blah, blah. There was a whole category of records, but it didn't stand the test of time.
Why couldn't my translator crack it?
2 reasons, idiotly. It's very flowery. Computers are prone to breaking out through unique strokes. 2, the only people who could read it nowadays are the royal families. We've been using it as a secret code amongst ourselves for years to keep messages safe. So why do you have it on some rusty database?
My god. They weren't trying to shut Faye up. Don't you see?
What?
They were trying to kill you, Kika.
That is the burden of being a hero.
No, they were trying to kill you because you were the only person I can contact to translate this. You give me the answers I need.
If you would have just said this with the crew from the start,
whoever's been trying to shut down my operation would have gone to more drastic measures to prevent you from assisting.
Like what?
Probably a laser to the brain.
They wouldn't. Besides, that is a low likelihood of.
You're not telling me something, are you? I share my data, you share yours.
Fine. I may have found information that indicated other ships that could have possibly, maybe, feasibly, conceivably blew up the research ship.
God damn it. I am so sick of the secrecy on this ship. Like, I am so fucking done with the secrecy on this fucking ship. You have no idea. Done like turkey. Fuck, I don't know. But if we have the crystal, why didn't they make away with it?
Who cares? They detonated an ion bomb, which is what tipped them away. I have no idea where they went.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I was thinking about it.
Keika.
So I got upset at you for constantly putting the hero of the mission off. So what?
So you just wanted to see me squirm in front of the commander. Damn it, Kika.
It's not like the information was going to help us out anyway.
That's for me to decide.
Whatever. You have it now. I'll translate this thing for you as an apology gift and you can let me start redesigning our engine.
Sure, whatever makes your final moments better.
Soda said he wanted to see you on the bridge. Go make him happy and then get it back here. I should be done by then.
I'm not taking orders from you.
Hush. Let's talk anymore, Wookie.
I can't give up hope yet. Is he giving final fucking prayers before death? Yeah, this is running long, but I'm gonna go a little bit further. You called me? Finally, someone who still has a working brain has arrived. What's going on? Between Wingy doing his voodoo preparing for death ceremony and the commander staring off into space, I'm up shit creek without a paddle. I hate to tell you this, but we've already sailed up the creek before they stopped working. I'm aware, I was listening. Natalie, we need to have a talk after all this is resolved about your safety procedures. I know. I wasn't thinking. I was incredibly stupid and I'm sorry. As long as you're more careful next time, I forgive you. Is there going to be another time? there is, if I have anything to say about it, and if I can get someone to listen to my orders and rally. Slimeball and Kylie went off and aren't answering comms either. How are we supposed to do anything if nobody is willing to take the initiative and fight? Kika is. I am. I knew the house cat would rise to the occasion. She spends all day basking in the light of her own glow. But she'll catch the mouse when needed. Was that a compliment? It was. Don't look so skeptical. Kika's always there and we need her, no matter how desperate. Alphonse, however... I told you, I'm praying right now for the spirits to guide our soul to the afterlife. Could you pray for a solution to our problem instead? If the spirits have deemed this our time to die, so we shall. Such is the fate of those bound by the mortal coil. Absolutely useless. My friend, you never see beyond the physical. I'll get really testy with him. Because, in case you forgot, it is the physical that is trying to kill me. Damn it, Alphonse. Although I appreciate you are looking to me for aid in these dark times, I do question what good I could do. The spirits have given us many to aid our plight, including one who stands before us. You could have just stopped worrying, trusted your people. For your information, I do trust them. I trust Natalie with my life. As we all do. They trust me with their lives, even though I have no clue how to save them. They trust me, even though my folly is what put us into this situation in the first place. Idiots. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. I like to think that we're going to be able to survive this, but we are going to need to get everyone off this self-defeating attitude and back to work. You included, Natalie. We need leaders now who look like they are in control. There's only so much I can do alone. The good news is that our little burst in it didn't get past 5 meters. The signal shot was incredibly weak. How do you know? The radios are still fine. I can get a distress message out and let the universe know of our plight. For a moment, my heart dances with joy at the thought of being rescued. The dream of the Space Force riding in with the cavalry and fixing my mistake is just that. A dream. The transmission time for this deep in unknown space is more than 24 hours by itself. Add in time travel, we'd be dead for a week before anyone arrived. I know. I'm not going to be our silver bullet to slay this problem. I figured that you might feel better if you know you didn't cause a universal disaster. Thanks. Also, once again, contact with everyone. I'm going to allow everyone to use the radio and send final messages to their loved ones. Final messages. Despite his constant words of reassurance, his actions tell me the real truth behind his feelings. We are dead. I killed us. No amount of hope is going to save us. That little boon of hope is ripped from my bosom and tossed into the depths of space. My soul, my friend and competition in the universe, has declared us finished. I'm going to let the junior officers use it first, but I think you should use it after them, Natalie. What could I tell my mother? Goodbye? Soul moves close to me. Close enough that I can feel his warm breath on my ear as he leans in. Rasuna sent a report about what happened already. I didn't read much of it, but let's say that Longyears Fuck me. Let me start over. Sorry. I'm trying to be cool, but... Rusuna sent a message about what happened already. I didn't read much of it, but let's say that Long Years wasn't quite glowing about her review of your actions throughout our time. She's blaming me. I think she's trying to have you brought up on charges of criminal negligence. She's trying to put me in jail? We're on the cups of death, and the commander wants to drag my name through the mud? She's never like SITOs. The mutant freak thinks this is the last chance she'll ever get her revenge on your organization. But she's right. This is my fault. I'm the one who screwed up. I deserve it. Natalie, let me be perfectly clear with you. You screwed up. Yes. Yes, you did. Big time. If you would have waited until you were in your lab, none of this would have happened. But that was then, and this is now. Hindsight is always perfect. Blaming ourselves for what we have done doesn't fix anything. It keeps us focused on the unchangeable. I trust you, Natalie. Do you trust me? Of course I do. Write your report. Be honest about it. However, don't blame yourself. You couldn't have seen this coming. After that, keep fighting. I'm counting on you. Bottle up your feelings, Natalie. Even though he may be wrong and you are to blame for this, you are a major in the Catagen Space Force. If these are your final hours, let everyone see you as being the strong leader they need. Even if your heart is crushed into pieces. Alright, Soul. I'll write it. Good. Also, don't forget to send something to your mom. You always forget to let her know what you're up to. Yeah. Dear Mom, your daughter screwed up and is now about to die alongside her crew because of it. That's why I won't be home for leave after this tour. Whoops. I should send something. She always worries so much about me. Because she loves you. You should be glad to have a mother who cares so much. I think I'm going to send that letter, even though she never wanted me to do this. She was always there supporting me. Just like all of us. Natalie, do you remember when you almost failed your fitness test in the academy? I try to forget that. You never told us that how close you cut it. You tried half a dozen training plans in secret, none of which worked for you. Natalie, how did you finally bring your score up? Tell me. I asked you for help. You asked me and I asked our entire squad. We all started training together and what happened? I get it. Do you? Because I'm watching it happen all over again. You don't have to bear this burden alone. Myself, Zuri, Alphonse, Faye, even the house cat are pulling for you and want to help take the world off your shoulders, Alice. Even the slimeball and Kylie would, if they'd ever answer their summons. We pass or fail as a team. That lesson is as true today as it was when Bumford first told us it. And the reverse holds true as well. I let Zuri walk away even though I know she isn't holding up well. Why don't you take a couple hours of rest, Natalie? You look exhausted. He's right, you look like you're about to pass out. I've been up for coming up on 24 hours now, but I can't rest yet. You aren't gonna help anyone in that shape. Take a break, get a nap. But Kika is hard at work on a solution. Let Kitty take care of the situation for now. Get a few winks, and then take over a miraculous victory from there. Exhaustion is about to overtake me, my legs and spirit almost refusing to go on, but there is one thing I have to do before I can take a short rest. Because if death is to take us, I don't want to die with this regret on my shoulders. Okay, I need to do something first. Natalie, thanks, Soul. Thanks for everything. No problem. Just take care of yourself, write that report, and we'll come out of this on top. Thanks as well, Al. May the spirits guide us all this day. Hopefully Zuri is in our room. I can hear the faint noise of music resonating from inside. I knock on the door several times, putting more and more muscle behind it, but Zuri refuses to comply. I can't deny myself that I'm growing more concerned by the moment. It never occurred to me that my cheery shield would be vulnerable. I need to be there for Zuri as both a confident leader and a supporting friend. Zuri has been there for me on this mission. I need to be there for her. I'm coming in. Ooh. A soft, beautiful melody radiates out as I slide the door open. Inside, tears are streaming down her face. Is our guardian, my newest friend and confidant. Zuri's fingers slide up and down the small, dull flute as the music plays. Any doubt in my mind at her honesty is gone. She really was a flute player from the Emerald City. No mere musician can make such a heart-rendering performance. Every note feels like it's being pulled from Zuri's soul, every tear being played out for the world to hear. Each note telling the story of a girl facing the darkness. Her song is soft and tender, hopeful yet sad. The real Zuri, the shy young girl that thought she was one who caused her friends to die. The one who dreamed of being a hero. I'm envious. She's a warrior who fights with all of her heart. Even though her eyes are red and swollen with tears, I can still see the strength behind them. I can see the strength I wish I had. Maybe she was right. I'm not a warrior. I'm a soldier. I fight for duty and country. She fights for what she believes in. Her song makes me wonder, truly wonder, if I could ever stand up for that. If I could be the officer I want to be and fight for what I want to be. Slowly her song begins to fade. Zuri lowers the instrument and looks at me with a forlorn smile. Kind of abrupt, but you know. I guess I never became the warrior I thought I would be, or I could be. Zuri, that was beautiful. Why aren't you proud of it? Because I'm weak. Nobody could play as touching of a song as you did is weak. I never change. I'm still the pathetic drayman. I can't protect anyone. Here we are, facing death and danger straight in the eyes, and there's nothing I can do. No bad guy to thwart, no bomb to defuse, no monsters to shoot. It's just like before. I'm powerless to save anyone I care about. My family is going to die again, and I can't do anything. Family, sisters and brothers in arms, sworn to fight and uphold peace and justice in the universe. The thoughts are crazy. Peace and justice doesn't get you promotions. But I know what she means. I know what she is feeling. I don't want to solve this mystery for some promotion anymore. I want to protect Zuri. I want to protect Soul. I want to save my crew. Soul's words come back to me. Zuri, you are entirely right. I never am. You protected me. You're giving me a reason to fight, a reason to not give up and let myself die here. Natalie, you don't get it. For being a scholar, you just don't get it. I've never played my music because I wanted to become a famous musician. I played because I'm a coward who can't face the world. For someone who has to be a warrior and guard those she loves with her life, I still tremble when danger lurks. I kept training and training, but it never fixed anything. I couldn't stand up when my big moment came, and I couldn't stand alongside you. I fled back to my music again. I wanted to be a warrior like Akuro was. You really loved her, didn't you? Mm-hmm. If she was here instead of me, she probably could find a solution. Even if she couldn't, she'd be able to do more than just play the flute to calm herself down. When Kika and Faye were in danger, I was scared. Frightened, my knees were quaking at the thought of going to save them. But what did you do no matter the danger? I saved them. You did. When I thought everything was over in the engine room, you helped me back up again. After listening to you play, I feel like I could take on the universe. I don't want any harm coming to anyone here as long as I know that you are here, and I don't have to worry. Even though danger lurks even on the ship, I can feel safe knowing that you're there. Zuri, brute strength alone isn't power. We need you. I need you. We're a team, Zuri. No matter how weak we are individually, we all pull together and make everything better. We're a team. Even if I am just an SITO assigned here temporarily, we are a team. For the first time in years, I don't feel the constant tug of loneliness driving me off the edge of insanity. I feel safe. Maybe there is more to life than making the next promotion. If I would have cared back when I was a cadet, maybe they wouldn't have tried dumping me in the middle of nowhere. Maybe I could have helped people, defended the directorship like I always said I would. Maybe. Here, lay down, you wordy scholar. You're wobbling more than my heart. Thanks, Zuri. Wake me in a couple hours, alright? Sure thing. I lay down on the rough cotton sheets next to Zuri, even though I am mere hours from my demise. I truly do feel safe knowing that she's here, watching over me like I'm watching over her. My family used to love this lullaby. I hope you do too. If you keep playing it from the heart like you always do, I'll love it no matter what. The soft tones of the Dragon's flute play as I finally lay my head to rest, my heart's still and peaceful for the first time. Okay, no, I'm ending the chapter here. Ending the chapter here. Sorry, it's a little long, but I really wanted to get through all of that, like, heaviness. Alright, we'll continue this in the next chapter. Bye, friends!